And just to go back to the profiles, I know with all the birth parents that I've worked with, they'll always say to me, "Well, how do I know, what family to select?" And I just tell them, You're gonna know. Something's gonna jump out at you." Charisse, what do you think jumped out with you about the profile?
Because I live in Baltimore, I really didn't think too much of it. My main focus was, as long as this little person that I'm carrying is loved and happy, that's all that matters, because I know everybody else had already found out the gender. I didn't want to find out anything. I had been so stressed out. I didn't want to do anything but go to work and go home.
Mhm.
So when it was actually time to go and have the baby, I was in the hospital, of course, extra early because of cesarean sections and having to be prepped and everything. And all I remember is hearing the little cry and the nurse screaming, "It's a girl, it's a girl."
Mm.
And I lay there and I just cried and cried and cried. And all I could say was, she's healthy and I know she'll be loved. Granted, I couldn't do it myself, but now as the years have progressed, I've gotten better with it. I can say that I made the best decision for her as well as myself. And even though she is in New York, like you guys, I can still sit back and say, I love my little munchkin. She looks just like her brother. And I just take it for what it is. She's loved, she's happy. She's probably the second happiest child next to my son. I don't even ever see her pouting. I've
Aw.
never seen a sad face on a picture. I've always seen a smile, gums when she didn't have any teeth. She's just always just happy. And
Yeah.
I'm here for it 100%.
How about you, Aaron? How did when you were looking through the profiles that it was the family you wanted to select? What jumped
Um,
out?
the family that I picked, I was looking for somebody, a family that had similar interests, only because I already had my son. And depending on how their relationship grew, I wanted to give them similar lifestyles. I knew that was one of the reasons I was giving up my daughter for adoption, just because it's hard. As some of the other parents have said, it's hard. And you want to give them a life that you may not be able to give them for various different reasons. But I wanted them to be able to relate. I always joke around with Sue at the one family she had given me that they had pictures and they go to Paris every year for Christmas. And I called her and I was like, "Can I adopt me? I want them. I love it."
Okay.
Um, they were an amazing family. I mean, I just thought that was great, but he's never going to Paris. At least I can't afford to send him. So the family that I found, the profiles, as Megan and TJ were saying, going through and looking at them, I found a profile and they were, out back and they had a beautiful home and they liked camping. And I was like, that's us, like
Oh,
to a
yeah.
T.
Mhm.
And I knew like instantly. And we met and it was perfect. It was the weirdest thing. It was like I just knew. And there were two other families that Sue and I had talked about too that had other children and they had beautiful homes and their children were so well behaved. And I just remember meeting with the parents that I picked the first time. And I remember we walked out and I was like, it's them. And I was like in tears and I was like, yes, yes,
Mm. You knew right away, I remember. And there were
I
so many
did.
similarities, I remember.
I
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.